While Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has stated that the proposed local government elections in Rivers State, scheduled for August 2025, would not proceed. In his statement, Wike criticized Enebeli for failing to respond to the State Assembly's invitation, labeling him as one of the most corrupt individuals he has encountered. He said the Assembly summoned the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, one of the most corrupt person I have ever met. Let him challenge me. He knows me. The State Assembly summoned him. He went to the State High Court because the Chief Judge is his friend. So we know at the end of the day, it won't end there. It's like the National Assembly summoning the chairman of INEC, for example, and the INEC chairman will now go to court. When you thrive on illegality, you will pay. Now, let me tell you why it's August 27 Rivers local government election will not stand. It will not stand. That's Chairman Adolphus Enebeli. All he is interested is how much to make. Did he read the judgment? I know him very well. I appointed him as chairman. These are people who don't have character. Yes, you can blame me. I take responsibility. Quite interesting. So you're seeing everything that the governor has, the former governor of Rivers State have said. Like, that's why I told you in the first place that he is also a key player in all of these issues. So if he also wants probably peace and all of that, I think he can do that. He's in the position to also do that. Well, let me take your reaction as regards to this, that the council will not hold in August. For him to make such statement, Ogochukwu, that is to tell you that he has the synergy. He has what it takes to make Rivers State.
Has the capacity.
Has the capacity, you know, to bring synergy between the governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and the Speaker of the House, and also make peace in Rivers State, and we halt these issues of Rivers crisis over and over again. Or every day we keep hearing of Rivers State crisis.
You see, Nyesom Wike is just a stakeholder.
Okay.
Nyesom Wike is only reacting. Remember that all these people are men, assembly members, the governor, they have the mind of their own. You can tell someone, after all, how did Edison here and Sakari Goodboy Sokare and the other people decided to stick with the governor? But they were all brought in by Nyesom Wike. So you cannot tell me that for more than 1 year, the governor did not play the politics of even poaching one person from the 27 lawmakers.
Okay.
Somebody should begin to ask such questions. How did a governor with his powers, with the amount of monies around him, could not even use by proxy, by intermediaries, by people to be able to remove one of those assembly members loyal to Nyesom Wike for him to his own side and increase his number, or even break that synergy between Wike and people, at least be able to poach about 5 or 6 of them and form a quorum of an assembly. It goes a lot to tell you the capacity and the person of Nyesom Wike. And all his commissioners, all those people who served him, he has been able to fix them in one place or the other. This is how you build your political structure. Political structure is not about the population of the people. After all, how many Rivers people are registered voters? How many Rivers people have their PVC? We go out and vote. But building of your structure is building the human persons that will take your message down to where you want it to get to. This particular position of Nyesom Wike, I've already said it. Enebele going to court means that he does not even understand the workings of the government, the powers of the legislature. After going to the court, Wike said it does not end there. When you want to do the election now, they will approve monies for you to conduct the election. So if they keep dig-dalling, if they keep in dismiss, if the governor continues to spell out half-truth, if the governor's camp continues to play hide and seek, how will they face the assembly and say they want to conduct an election? Because pending when the House approves the funds, that is when you conduct an election now. Instead, you are now running foul to the constitutional laydown, which has brought us to where we are today in terms of the local government election being conducted. Victor, right. So there is no much ado to this particular Nyesom Wike expression. It is crystal clear. And he appointed a man. He knows all of them are politicians. They know themselves. Anybody that has taken a political appointment is a politician, whether you're a technocrat or whatsoever. Once you have decided to serve and you know that a lot of things are covered up in order to give those people that template to run. So he knows Enebele. He has his files. He was screened by the assembly. And remember, if Nyesom Wike is chasing you, he will chase you into the cave to find out what he will use in dragging you down. Then you talk about Nyesom Wike as if he's the only person that holds the key to speak in River State. No. What happened in this platform?
No,
I said
that's not what I said. I said he's a key player.
He's a key player, but not only him. Not only him. I want to tell you that what has brought us where we are today is the people that aligned with the governor only for pecuniary benefit. They didn't tell the governor the truth. They thought that this infraction will linger in perpetuity till the governor finish 4 years. Okay. But thanks to the Supreme Court, and then those elders, those who call themselves elders, who cannot look a Nyesom Wike eyeball to eyeball and say, son, come down. How many years is Nyesom Wike? What is his age? We know people in River State that are well older than him. Victor, have you taken time to ask yourself why those men cannot stand before him and speak? Have you asked yourself why they have suddenly realigned? I mentioned the people that are with the governor here, those who cannot win a local government election in River State. I don't want to mention their names, they know themselves. Those who were the Abuja politicians. Because Nyesom Wike has gone to Abuja, they now run to Abuja because they know that Abuja will not contain him and them. So those people are the people who are now hibernating around the governor, turning out advice to him. How can the enemy of your enemy be giving you good advice? You are now my friend because you are an enemy to my enemy. That is the politics the elders in River State are playing. Hence, they have not swallowed that particular, quest for self-aggrandizement and tell the governor the truth. They can't come before Nyesom Wike and say the truth. Now they are allegedly collecting from the governor. If Governor Siminalayi Fubara commits an infraction tomorrow, how will they go and look at him and tell him, governor, do the right thing? Because instead of telling the governor the truth, instead of being in a position, if this thing had happened in the north or in the west, there are elders and traditional rulers that will call out the governor and the governor will listen. Because they know those people hold the key to the grassroots. But in River State, what has kept us where we are is infrastructural, stomach infrastructural politics. And that has been the bane of River State, where elders will now, instead of going to, meet the governor as an elder, you are now going to the governor to support the governor for pecuniary gain at the end of the day. And remember, this same politics they are playing, they played it with Nyesom Wike. That is why they cannot speak before Nyesom Wike. So, and they quickly took sides. Immediately this thing happened, those of them that could not come to the corridor of power then quickly took sides. Instead of coming and looking at the issue critically and calling these two warring factions to order, what happened? They took sides. And to continue to take sides, when governor went to Abuja and signed an accord, they came back and pressed it on the governor and even went to court without the consent of the governor. I won't say that Fubara, I won't sit here and say anything bad against Fubara. Fubara was not aware. They went to court only for them to buy favor from the governor. Even some of them in LP, some of them in Labour Party. We know all of them. Some of them in Labour Party were people that were answering elders in River State, that they now went to court just to drag the name of Nyesom Wike to the mud. But today, the coast is clear. Who has the interest of River State in mind? Who is the person who is in the side of the truth? It's not about sentiment or bias. I mean, in the eyes of the law.
Okay. Well, you and I saw the video of what happened at Balama yesterday, where the Wike Minister of FCT said quite a lot of things yesterday. Now, from what you've just said, in essence, you're saying that Wike's claim about Enebele is substantiated. Is that what you mean?
See, I have not known Nyesom Wike to make an allegation that at the end of the day, it will not be proven. That's why I say that those people, he knows them. Anybody is his appointee. I don't know whether there is anybody in which Wike has spoken ills of, that you have seen the person come out. I was even listening to one of the men, that this Niger Delta president, he called out in one of his media palace, the last one he did. I will remember his name. He said something. I was listening to the man yesterday on radio. He could not even defend himself. I was listening to him. Somebody called him on the radio to ask him that Nyesom Wike said that PANDEF is the most corrupt organization, and called him out, the president. He couldn't substantiate what he was saying. He was just beating around the bush. So if anybody knows that he is clean as crystal ball, let him go and answer the assembly. Why did he run to court? And at the end of the day, what Nyesom Wike has simply said is that the court will not save you at the end of the day, because you know that you will still come and face the assembly members. Look at the statement Nyesom Wike said, and people are taking it out of context. He said that, he did not say that Ijaw nation is a minority. He never said it. He said that Ijaw in Rivers State is a minority, that they cannot win election. They don't have what it takes to produce a governor. He made the example that are they more in population than Ogonis. He made a reference, and he now told you that in all the states you find Ijaw people, that they did not constitute a number that can put them in a position of strength, because when you are negotiating, you negotiate from your position of strength. So that if not for his magnanimity, it would have not gotten to the Ijaw nation. And it is also the same Ijaw people that came to Nyesom Wike to tell him that the Opopo is not the real Ijaw. Is it Nyesom Wike that made the findings? So when we are talking, when we want to, kill a dog, let us not give the dog a bad name. Nyesom Wike clearly said that it's only in Bayelsa that Ijaw constitute a majority. In Kogi State, Ijaw does not constitute a majority. In Delta State, they didn't constitute a majority. In River State here, he said that they don't constitute a majority. In all the places you find them, they don't. But he said that this is where they are domiciled, in Bayelsa State. But Victor, a lot of people have taken it out of context.
All right.
Some people are calling him to apologize, to withdraw the statement. But did they listen? I was in an exam hall one day. The lecturer came in. A student asked him, please, father, is a priest. Please, father, I don't understand this question, because he came to see the paper if there was a typographical error or something, so that he will now walk out. People will start writing exam. The guy asked him a question. He said, understanding the question is part of answering it. That if I explain to you what I mean by this question, I have given you the answer. So many people listen to Nyesom Wike with bias. Many people listen and they don't comprehend, and they try to analyze what he has said. Thank goodness that the videos are there, both in audio and in print. Let them go and read it and know if there. Even some people have taken it that Nyesom Wike insulted the late Pa Edwin Clark. He never did. Nyesom Wike never insulted Pa Edwin Clark. He said no matter all the powers that Pa Edwin Clark wield while he was alive, was he able to install an Ijaw man as the governor of Delta State? That's what he said.
All right, Ugochukwu.